What's up, POV fam?
Up.
Welcome back to another amazing, fun filled edition of their POV with Nick and King, where all points of view are welcome, but some may get the side eye. We are your host, Nikki Johnson.
And I am the King, King Harrington. How is everybody doing today? Glad to see you amongst the land of the living.
How y'all doing out there,
Yes,
peeps? We
it
are waiting
is.
on our other host for today, Miss Nicole. If
Yes,
you out there listening, we're gonna need you to bring your butt on up to the stage, love. How
most
is
definitely, man.
everybody doing? How is your weekend? King, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Had a celebration for my aunt. She turned 83, so that was real good. You know what I'm saying? We stayed safe though, distance, wore the mask, but we still had a decent time, and she enjoyed it. She was,
I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. She enjoyed it. We had a great time, and I'm so glad we was able to show her some love on her birthday. We to celebrate her birthday. Her birthday was Friday, so we celebrated for her on Saturday. So that was good. And today, when I had a little dinner out of town, I had to go pick up some stuff for my mother-in-law's. Um, watch a little football and getting free ready for the show. What about you, Nick? That nap always on a Sunday afternoon?
Actually, I have not been feeling 100. Y'all give me a
Mm,
second because Nicole is having problems getting in, but I haven't been feeling 100. So I've been in the bed for the last like 3 or 4 days. Um, Hence why I sound like this and probably why
I'm
I
sorry.
look like this. But Nicole, if you can hear me, I just resent it to you, sweetheart. All right, we will not be their POV if we have some technical issues, right?
Most definitely. That's
All
true.
righty. What? King William is back in the house. We missed you,
What
bro.
up? What up, Big Will?
My brother's under meds, but he's on. He may slide into a sleep. I know he has not been feeling well as well. So y'all keep
Okay.
me and my brother lifted up in prayer. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much, William. I'm finna press.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Yes.
very much. So if you have not had the chance to share, please do. I want to give my
Yes.
shout out to my future husband. I don't know who you are, where you are, but I know you are somewhere praying and preparing for me, and I'm doing the same for you. Hey, boo, hey. Y'all miss it when I don't do that because I read the messages. I got them in my inbox, so I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot to shout out my future boo. Oh, whatever you
No
just did,
doubt.
the microphone louder. That's good, King. I can hear you much
Okay,
better.
cool, cool. That's what's
Oh,
up.
it's so much
So,
louder.
okay, I didn't do nothing. I'm
Don't
just
change
being
it.
me. I didn't touch nothing. I'm just
Don't
being
change
me.
it.
It's that that big chill factor. Excuse me, the king factor. We say chill factor, king factor. I give my shout out to my beautiful wife, Chiquita. Well, she actually in a meeting right now, but all shouts out to her.
What's up,
Yeah.
Queen?
All
It's
right, all
only
right.
crazy until it's only crazy until it happens. Fate talk, that part. Well, I was trying to give Nicole an opportunity to jump on because I wanted her to shout out her grandmother, who
Right.
she loves tremendously. So we'll let her do that when she gets on. Nicole, shoot me a message if you're still not able to get in.
No
And the
doubt.
invitation is open. If anybody else would like to hop up on stage, let me know. I can shoot you the link right now. We have some amazing topics we're going to
Topics.
get into today.
Ooh.
We got some good topics.
So you're right. Mm.
Excuse me, y'all. Y'all just forgive me ahead of time. All righty, we're going to go ahead and hit our first one.
All right. Baby, I cheated. But they gave me 80,000. She gave me 80,000. Is cheating okay if there's a payoff or a payout? What
That
y'all think?
part.
What y'all think? I cheated. I didn't mean to, but
Okay,
she gave me 80.
please leave the I
I'm,
didn't mean to off. Please leave the I didn't mean
well,
to off.
that's what they say. But Nick, that's what they
Work
say, Nick.
people on that
That's what they
part.
say. But that's what they say. I didn't mean to, right? We just, it happened. I mean, I was going through some things. You know the story. But she gave me 80 G's. She gave me 80 G's. So, hey, I'm ready to get in when you ready to get in, Nick. I'm
I'm
ready to go
ready.
ahead with that. Okay.
I am ready.
So,
So, Kayla says cheating is not okay on any level. Here's my
yes,
here
ma'am,
she
it's
comes.
true.
Here she comes. Hey boo.
So, hey, tell
Yo,
the
I'm
cook.
gonna need I'm gonna need you to be on time next time. If you need me to give you some points, I need you to call me. But we gonna let's talk
Oh,
about that
first
right
of
now.
all,
We'll
Nicole,
talk about that
first
later.
of all,
Nicole,
We'll
I
talk.
called.
Nicole, don't
First of
waste
all,
your breath. Don't
I
waste
know
your
I
breath because
called
he's
him
late all the time. He's
to
always
get
late. He
a
was late
time
today.
check, and he didn't answer the phone.
And I told
I,
him to call you, but he would. But let's move on.
Nick.
Nicole,
Okay.
I want you to give a shout out
Yes,
to your
ma'am.
grandmother. Give a shout out to your grandma.
Thank you. I will.
She
Can
mean
you
now.
hear? Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. You said give a shout out to my grandmother.
Yes, you
Am
want to
I
on your grandmother term?
live?
Really,
I
Nick.
want to.
I mean, really,
Oh,
Tom.
well, I want to give a shout out to my grandmother who turned 83 years young. We had a ball yesterday. Family came through. Friends came through. We had it. We had a ball. I'm glad she's blessed, and her faith is what keeps me going.
Amen.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
dress that she rocked with them, yeah, that whole outfit. I was
Hey,
rocking it. So
hey,
listen
she's always been on her toes.
on these comments. We wanted to honor the queen. 83 years is amazing.
Yes.
Um, Pam says, "Hey y'all."
Hey,
Hey.
Nick
Pam.
says, "No, but I'll take half though. You'll do
Yeah.
the 40." um, okay, and then he says a shout out to your grandma. And if my
Thanks.
spouse cheat for 80 grand, she can give me half and kick rocks. My mama sending a shout out to your grandma too. So, all right, let's start with you, King. If your significant other cheats but got 80 grand in the process, what you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, baby, you know what? Hey, we can work this out. Okay, we can work this out, but I need my piece. I need my part, because we're gonna divide this half. You cheated, I can get past that, because 40,000 can make me understand that, the flaws in that whole situation. But I need half. You can't give me less than half. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But 40,000 got to go to me.
What if she
Okay,
don't
and I don't
what if
need
she
no
don't want to
taxes.
give you half? What if she
Well,
don't want to
we
give
got
you
to
half?
now understand. If she's a spouse, she gonna give me half. Okay, let's understand that. If she's a spouse, she gonna give me half. Because we either go that way or we can go the other way. You can you can
Bruh,
freely give me that 40 grand.
it's all kind of
You can
ways to hide money, King.
okay, you know what? You ain't gonna hide if I know about it. So that's my thing. Once I find out about it, you might want to do it because I'm gonna sue you anyway. If you don't give me the 40 G's up front, I'm gonna sue you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so your answer initially was we can work it out. I just want my half. So you good with it. You
I
good
mean, in
with
that
it. Y'all gonna
case,
stand
in
each
that
other when it
situation,
comes to
we'll
40.
get past it. I need to get the half. I need to get half. To
Hey
help me get
how
past
are
it.
you, Terry?
What's up, T? To help me get over it.
Hello.
To help me, go through my grieving process and know I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think 40,000 will, bring me back to where, okay, you know what, we can sit down and hash this out and we can work it out and, yeah, but I got to get my 40.
Okay, so hold on. Nicole, I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
to you next, baby. So if there is no money and your
Mm-hmm.
significant other cheats, King, are you
We
still
got a
gonna
problem.
go to count and work it out?
We, we got a problem.
Oh,
We got a problem. But I'm saying it
okay.
depends. We
So
got a problem.
it's the money that make you want to fight, make you want to stand
I'm
and work that thing
I'm
out.
just saying it's a good type of incentive to like try a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, hey, something brand new
So
like this
so
or
the
like
love
that
is not
could
an incentive, huh?
oh it's still no, don't get me wrong. It's still love. You know what I'm saying? It's still love, but incentives like that can actually smooth things to a certain extent. You know what? We can talk about this on a little calmer level. Cause see, without the money, now I'm not calm. Now I got a problem. See, I got a
Okay.
problem because I'm not. Yeah. So that can give me a little calmer feeling. Cause 40 grand on the table. That can that's a little vacation. I'm chilling. I can go to one of the games and sit courtside at basketball or 50-yard line. I can do meet and greet backstage. I mean, a lot of things I can do with that to help me get past
To
what
help
you
you get
did.
over your hurt. Nicole,
Yes.
your man cheated, and he's like, but baby, she gave me $8,000.
Mm.
What are your thoughts? I'm coming to your comments in just a little bit, y'all.
But I want
First
Nick
of
to tell the
all,
truth. Nicole, I want you to tell the truth too. I want you to
You
tell the
didn't
truth.
let her talk. You
I'm
got
just
your
okay,
your
okay,
truth out.
okay.
Come
first
I'm
of
on.
good.
all, if he get caught cheating, I ain't even got to worry about half. Because in order for him to for me to forgive him, or he thinks I'm gonna forgive him, he's gonna spend that bread. He gonna spend that money, and I ain't no cheap chick, so I'm gonna collect while he spend, while he think, oh, she getting over it, and then when I'm out, deuces.
Okay. So you in there till the last penny is spent.
Hey, you can't take care of two homes here, buddy.
And y'all don't know, but Nicole got it. She loves the shoe. She got expensive shoe habit. Your closet about to be
Hey,
lavish.
but Nicole, I'm just saying, can I just shout in here? He ain't trying to take care of another house. He did that was just like a one time thing. She having to give him 80 grand. So why you look?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second before you slide in that. Let's hit some comments first.
Okay.
We got a few of them. Somebody want to hit that one?
Yeah, Will said, what level of cheating will lead to counseling? What level is immediate breakup or divorce? I got you, Will. You right
That's
about that,
a
bro.
good
That makes a
question.
difference. Yeah, that's a good question
Let's,
for real.
let's ask that to the audience, and especially you, Will, since you posted. Let's answer
Right.
that question. So, what level of cheating will lead to counseling, and what level of immediate breakup and divorce? Well, according to King, if she got money in the process, that's counseling. If she got no money, that's immediate divorce.
That's
Nicole
sad.
said, "I'm gonna spend it all first, and then we done." Okay,
What?
y'all answer that one in the comments as well. Hope somebody want to hit Terry's.
He said, heck no, I'm out the door, and I'm gonna take half of that with me because clearly you can be bought and out. I
Our
can't see.
bond.
My eyes are bad. My
I got
eyes are bad.
your eyes aren't bad. You just can't see. Don't say that. But our bond is what I thought. Okay. So he's saying since you can be bought, go on and buy me out.
Yep.
Anthony says, nah, she got to go back and get it.
My man Ant. That's right, baby. I need the ends. I need the ends.
Anthony gonna make me laugh
Pick
every
a brother up.
episode. He talking about, come on,
Come on,
King.
King. Hey.
Emotional side meetups equal counseling. Sex equals divorce. All right. Hey,
But I
family
mean,
doesn't say what's up, y'all.
But I
No,
always
hey,
say that
hey.
I've always said that for a woman, if a woman cheats on a man, it's all it 9 times out of 10 it's emotion, out of emotions. It's not the physical,
Right, right.
the
I give you that.
so if she go cheat, she was already ready to check out. But if I'm gonna check out, I'm taking the whole 80, and I ain't gonna even tell you. I'll just be deuces.
See, that's
I'm
foul. That's
taking
straight
my
foul
whole
there.
80.
That's straight foul. You foul for that. You gonna do it? You gonna mess up and get the 80 grand because you cheated, and then you gonna take the money and run? Oh, that's foul. That's straight foul
I
though.
cheated.
You do,
This wasn't a
but
team effort. I cheated, so I
but
get
you.
all the
excuse me.
bread.
Oh, that's
Hold on. Wait a
foul.
minute. Hold on.
That's foul.
Nicole just said
You heard
Nicole
her.
just said this was not a team effort.
Yo, that's foul. So y'all, you got the man. So you and your man is at a good place, and you step out and you cheat, and you get 80 grand for it, and you don't tell him nothing. You just roll out.
That's
That's
not
what
what
you
she
do.
You
said.
are not my
No,
pimp. You're
she
my
said it
man.
wasn't a good
I
place.
didn't say I didn't. He didn't know nothing about, it, so he can't say he your pimp. He
She
didn't know nothing about what
she
you
didn't say
did.
that was in a good
Again,
place, King.
No, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about they. She
She
didn't say nothing
she
about
didn't
they
say that
was
she didn't say it wasn't a good place. She said 9 times out of 10, if a woman is cheating, it's emotional. So she was already getting ready to check out. So in other words, she was already at her breaking point. That's what she's saying.
man. So why? I mean, that's the case. Why the dude gonna hand you any money anyway? You ready to rail out anyway, so he probably already y'all was kicking it anyway.
Why
Oh, he
the
gonna give you
female?
80.
Why the female giving you 80,000 or giving your woman 80,000?
Well, she giving me 80 because we chilling like that. We rolling. So she's like, hey, I know that your girl gonna probably come at you, so I'm trying to make it look a little easier, and I'm gonna shoot just this, so that way you can smooth it over in case we want to get back and kick it a little bit. You got a little something to bargain with. You know what I'm saying? Yo, baby, I cheated, but Your homegirl hit me up with 80. You know, she ain't my girl or nothing. It was just something that we happened to views with. She gave me
King,
80. So yo, here
you,
you go.
you should never cheat and get money. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, that's some sorry
Yeah,
stuff. Loretta
I'm
says
just telling
no,
you.
cause cheating is cheating.
What? My
Um,
cousin coming in with that one? What she talking
okay,
about cheating? Man.
um, on today, right now, cause we're talking about so someone who cheated but was given $80,000 by the person that they cheated with. So the question is if your significant other cheats, but there's some type of payoff or payout, does that change the dynamic of your response? Does that change you wanting to leave? Let's get to some more of these comments. Women cheat better.
They
Yeah,
do.
we definitely know
They
that. We
do.
definitely know that. Especially if you're trying to get the Holy Grand and raise up.
Libra Queen, check this out. Hey Rona, just joining. Can you please restate the question? Yes, I just stated it, but it's also scrolling at the bottom. So if you were with a man that cheated on you but was like, baby, she gave me $80,000, what would you say? Does that change the dynamic of your response? She say better not.
First of
LOL.
all, if he give me 80,000, I'm staying with him.
No,
You
no,
know
money
what?
for perfect.
That's
Echo
so sorry.
Park,
See, you know what?
Pastor.
You're right. You need to go. You need to leave. Go. Bye. You need to leave. You ain't coming. Yeah, take your clothes and go.
One
Cause
night,
he gonna
80,000.
As
Oh,
old
I'm
Marty
staying.
Mar said, I hope you kept the receipt because it's going back.
going back.
I'm gonna let you read this last one. Y'all know I'm not feeling good, so now I'm getting hot. I was freezing early. I gotta go turn on some air. So I'm gonna let you have
Okay.
the last one. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right. No matter the dollar amount, you didn't have a conversation with me so we could talk about it as a team. You decided to accept it regardless of my feelings. No, you gotta understand that ain't how it went down. It was
Uh,
that he cheated, and then she just gave him $80,000. It wasn't like they planned to talk about it. He just out there doing his thing. Okay. She hit him up with 80,000. Apparently, she paid. And so he came home and he was like, okay, I feel bad about what happened. So he said, "Babe, check this out. I cheated. Okay, I know it was wrong, but homegirls is paid, and she just gave me 80,000 for kicking it with it. I mean,
well, I actually feel where Loretta coming from though, because if you think about it, you are taking some type of business transaction that you apparently plan on bringing home because you could have just cheated and never told me. So if you're gonna bring it home and tell me, we need to have some type of conversation beforehand because obviously you think I'm gonna think this is okay. You
I'm
gonna
going
give me
to put him
80,000?
back
Yeah,
out
because
there.
you can't hide 80,000. Now somebody give you $80, you can hide that. Nobody
oh, I
has
can
to
have
know
80
you
grand.
cheated,
Oh, you can
but
have 80 grand.
you cannot hide $80,000. Well,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know nobody that can just hide that from a marriage. From a marriage, King.
Please,
Okay, I
really?
forgot, but you don't. I forgot you don't share your bank account with your wife. For those of
Whoa,
you
whoa,
that
whoa,
do
whoa, whoa, hold
share,
up. Wait a minute. I
for
do. I
those of
do.
you,
I
I
got two
know
accounts.
I'm gonna get to
I got
complete
two
a statement
accounts.
time today.
I
Can
got
I,
two accounts though.
can I complete a statement, please? Thank you
Go
so
ahead.
much.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We lost Nicole for a second. So for those couples that do share everything, how you gonna sometimes you gotta explain 880,000 dollars. So the point I think Loretta is making is if you gonna make the transaction and that's what's on your mind and hard to do and you gonna bring it to me, let's have a whole conversation about it, especially if the answer is gonna be like you said, King. Well, look, give me my half, let's go to counseling, let's work this thing out, and I'm good, and I'm
Okay.
I'm going to ask
good.
questions. What did you do for 80,000?
Uh,
Because you didn't
oh, see,
do
there
it
you
at
go.
home.
That
See,
part,
there you go. You're getting too much into
that
the business.
part.
You're getting too
I
much
want
into
to
what's
know
going
what you
on.
did for
You don't need to know all
$80,000
that.
that you don't do at home.
You don't need to know all that. That's not irrelevant. That's not
Shalonda said,
relevant.
money is not what it's all about. Nicole, turn your camera sideways for me, baby. Let me see. I would stay and recover from that moment. All right.
Yes, exactly.
I'm supposed to be okay with you cheating because you got paid.
First of all, I didn't like I said. I happened to cheat. You got to understand, Bay, I cheated. So I'm letting you know. I happened, but in the process, with the cheating, the homegirl gave me $80,000. So it ain't like I'm going out there making money from sleeping with women. That's the part. I
I'm sorry.
cheated.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that last part? That's exactly what you did.
Right.
You
Hold
went
up,
out and
listen.
made money for sleeping with somebody. That's
No, no,
crazy.
no, no. No. Listen, what I'm saying. She happened to pay me for it. It ain't like I went out there and that's what I'm doing. I'm not a, you know, what I'm saying, I'm not a gigolo. That ain't what I'm doing.
Question.
I'm saying,
Question,
She
King.
made you one.
Question, King. Did you have sex with the woman? Yes or no? Yes or
okay,
no?
yeah.
No, 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 no. Yes or no?
I said,
Oh,
okay,
hold on,
yes,
hold on then.
yes,
Okay. Did
yes.
you get money after the sex?
She happened. It ain't like I asked for it. She
King,
happened to give it
please,
to me.
can we just get an answer?
Yes,
Did you get money after the sex? So you
yes.
got paid for having sex.
But look what I'm saying. Y'all see, y'all, you know what? Women kill me with that because y'all sitting there trying to make it that cut and dry. It's not. It's not that cut and dry.
I'm
If
sorry.
I'm sitting up there,
Let me get a man. Let me get a man in the audience since we
because
went
it ain't that cut and dry. It ain't that cut and dry.
William, Ray, somebody, please
Because
help me to understand.
I'm
Keisha said it's not like I went and had sex for money. We
right.
had sex and then got paid. So somebody help me understand.
Hey,
She
I'm
gave
with
me
you,
some
Nick. I'm
money.
with you, Nick. I'm
She
with
gave
you.
me. Wait a minute. She gave me some money. Are you serious? She gave me some
At
money.
the end of the day, what is a prostitute? Someone that has sex for
And they
money.
was getting
At
But
the
that
end
paid.
of the
hold
day,
on.
she
That's
don't
their
ask for
job
her
though.
money.
Yes,
She
she do
don't
because
ask
that's her
for her money,
job.
but she got paid.
She ain't got to ask for it because that's her job. She knows that's what her job is. So
Look
she
at
gonna get paid because she already know that's what. When he invited her, he knew she was a prostitute. So he knew after everything was over, she's gonna get a check. I'm going over here. I just happened to cheat with this girl, whatever kind of way I found her, and we hooked up. And before I left, she just handed me 80 G's or whatever. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting it. It wasn't like I was
can
asking for no money.
can I okay,
Really?
can I ask this question? How would you feel if you went out with a woman and
Hmm.
you had sex with her and she turned around and gave you $80,000? How would you feel? Would you feel less of a man? Like how would
Nope.
you
I feel like
No,
feel?
he
I feel
wouldn't.
like yo. I'd be like yo, boy, you got
That's
it
what
going
William said.
on.
Just
You be
what
like,
William
dude.
said.
You be like, yo, what? It's like that. Yo, she paid, but she hit the brother. I didn't come in with that type of intention. I came in because I was like, yo, I cheated. She looked good. She was fine. She happened to break me off some. I'm like, cool. All right, I'm gonna leave. Yo, I'm out. And she handed
So
me 80
But
grand.
my thing
Really?
is, I wouldn't care. Okay, so if my man went out and cheated and he made $80,000, he come
First of all, he
home and
didn't make
tell me
80,000. He didn't
no,
make 80,000.
he
See,
made
don't
we
say
don't
it
know
like
that.
that.
We don't know that. Just tell your story, Nicole. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what? See,
first of all, AIDS and STDs ain't got
oh,
a
here we
price on
go.
it for me.
Here
So this
we
is
go.
why
See,
I would check out. If he come home and said, "Baby, I made a mistake. I cheated, but I made
okay.
$80,000." Guess
See,
what
y'all
I'm
killing
gonna
me
do?
with that. Nick, you killing me. You killing me with Nicole
Okay,
with that one though.
well, let me pacify it right quick then.
Please, thank you.
But she gave
Please
me eighty
pacify
thousand
him.
dollars. Guess what? If
What?
you wasn't the first, because you wasn't that spectacular,
He don't care.
But he don't care. I mean, because he wasn't
He
expecting
don't
it
but
care.
I
anyway,
care.
Nicole.
But
But he
I
wasn't expecting
care.
it.
But I care. I respect it.
I know
I
you
respect your
care.
hustle. So whatever you did, you better
Right.
hope the next chick will pay you $80,000 because I'm chucking up deuces.
First of all, he ain't trying to go out there and cheat again. How you know? He just had that that one
I
time he happened
love how you in your
to
feelings
go.
for a
That one time he
hypothetical
happened to go.
question.
I'm not in my feelings. I'm just explaining how something like that could happen. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just
Right,
saying he just
but the
happened to
thing
happen.
is right, but the thing is when we start giving our scenario, you want the part of the man to be so innocent, and you
No,
think
Right.
because
that you
Cheating
doing
is cheating at the end of the day. I don't care if you made a penny. Cheating is cheating. You go out here and cheat. I'm gonna tell you, just by my experience, men that I dated that cheated on me, they gonna spend money because they felt like, oh, this is how I'm gonna get her. But at the end of the day, I work hard, I take care of myself. I don't ask a man to do nothing for me. So you
understandable.
come home with $80,000, yeah, I'm gonna help you spend it. And after it's gone, you was trifling on me, so why I can't be trifling with you?
All I'm saying is it is what it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand how you might feel because it'd be the same thing with the woman doing it to a man. She happened to just go out, hanging with her girls, or whatever. All right, she see a dude, whatever happens. She cheats. She come home. She feel remorseful. She feel bad about. It. We sit down at the table and she tell him, she said, "Man, I just want to tell you when I hung out last night, blah blah blah, a week, last 2 days ago, I don't know, and say I cheated, but when I was leaving, the dude handed me $80,000." So I'm like, first of all, I'm taken back from the cheating because I thought, but then I'm like, he handed me 80 grand for, I'm like thinking to myself, like
For
you said,
what?
Nick,
Go
what do
ahead
you
and
do?
ask. What
That's
did
what you
you
say.
do?
What do you do?
That's what
You're right.
that's gonna be
That's
your
the same
question.
thing.
What did you do?
I'm saying. Then she tells me, I mean, we just
I
had
had
sex.
sex. And you gonna want details.
You know the crazy part. You know the crazy part about it though, because King said, "I hate when you women," and he made a continue with a statement. What I don't like about it is if this was a real scenario, even though we do know these things happen, she's automatically a hoe or a prostitute or she's selling herself. In this situation, King would not let us say that. It was, I didn't go have sex for money. She just gave it to me. So the point of the statement is somebody got paid when they cheated on their significant other and they got $80,000. I see your request, babe. I'm gonna answer in just a second. Wait a minute. What's up?
I know.
How long you been?
Oh, here we
You sitting here?
Yeah.
What's going on? We got more family in the building. So, did you hear this topic? Sean, did you get to hear this topic?
No.
Huh? You have a television or something on in your background. You got to turn down, Sean.
Hold on.
Okay. So here we go.
That's no television. That's kids.
He gave me money. Secret to a successful marriage: number 1, go home.
That's right.
Number 2, care.
Right.
Repeat and don't pass go. Right, William?
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
What up, Sean? That was William saying hi to you. No comment. Oh, Libra King. That's who Anthony was talking earlier.
Right.
Okay, so because I don't mind asking you, but we don't cuss because we never know who's watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the link. I'm gonna send it to you in your Make sure you're in a quiet too.
It's all that background.
It's echoing.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so Sean, King, you want to ask Sean the question so he can get in on it before we go to the next?
Okay. All right. So basically, it was, bae, I cheated, right? But they gave me $80,000. Was I wrong for that? For taking it?
No, that's not it. That is not the question. Don't do that.
Okay. I'm just doing what the title says. It said, bae, I cheated.
Here's the question. You
Okay.
cheated and got $80,000. Does that change the dynamic? If your wife, if your significant other cheated and they got $80,000, does it change the dynamic of your response
towards her?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. You gonna say $80,000 and cheat and don't think nothing's gonna change between us? Oh, we pretty much as is. I mean,
he says a family reunion.
We just missing you, William. We just missing you.
At that point, if you take $80,000 to say you're gonna sleep with somebody, now we're not having that conversation. If you're gonna take $80,000, what else will you take to go out and do other things? Nah, matter of fact,
that ain't how it happened. That ain't how it happened, though.
Hold on.
That ain't how it happened.
King, let him
okay, go ahead.
Now, unless we starving and she about to die, I'm about to die, and it's a life or death situation, and like, babe, we need $80,000. Okay, I understand, because it's gonna take for us this $80,000 for us to survive. That's the only way. Other than that, nah. If you take $80,000 to sleep with somebody, just say, look, we got $80,000 to play with. Well, you go play with that with somebody else, because we can't play together no more. We done. Point blank. That's it.
Okay, so since somebody asked me what my thoughts were, I'd like to share them at this moment. I think I'd be super, super concerned with, what if you get offered a car the next time? What if you get offered a whole house to leave me? Like, when does the line get drawn? You know what I'm saying? You got to go up from 80,000. You can't go down from 80,000. Somebody 80,000, they can't come at you with $20.
But they can, because if I offer somebody $80,000 to sleep with them, and then I go offer them $30,000 Jag, I'm gonna take that Jag. So it doesn't matter, because now I become materialistic. It's not even about the relationship no more. It's like, whatever you're gonna give me. If I get tickets to Carowinds or Kings of Million, we're going to Kings of Million for what? He just wanted a favor. You crazy as hell. Get out of here.
All right, Favor. King. No, this was to Sean. I'm sorry. Sean, no conversation was had before the transaction. That was an issue that Loretta had. You know, if you were going to do something like that, you should have had a conversation with me about it. There's no price tag for peace of mind. Ooh, I felt that thing in my spirit.
That's right.
I felt that thing. Somebody is on here. Cousin, is that you? Because I see there's no face and nobody.
I don't understand the question. No conversation was had before the transaction.
Well, because Loretta was saying that if you were gonna go and do that and get 80,000, you should have had a conversation with me about it. Because obviously your intention was you gonna have that sex and you
You're going to get that money and you're going to get that bread.
You're not gonna sneak $80,000 into the account and oops, I find out about it. And then you tell me you can't hide $80,000.
Right, and just like I said, that conversation should have been, baby, we starving, we don't have anything to eat. You need a blood transfusion, and this is the only way we gonna live. And
I was struggling.
That ain't how it happened, y'all.
But see,
y'all ain't know.
This was my comment. Like, if would I stay? No. But would I help you spend that money? Yeah, because like I said, 9 times out of 10 when a woman cheats, it's her emotions. She going to a man for emotional security or something, feel. It's not for like really for a physical action. So when you come back and you be like, and I know me, it's gonna be, oh, you got 80,000? All right. And he'll think that home is just as happy as it want to be. While Michael Kors, I had the brand new Nikes flossing out here. But when that 80,000 is gone, or when I feel like I got enough, I'm not, because you disrespected me. Why I got respect for you? I'm gonna take this money. If you offering it, I'm gonna take it.
And the first thing I'm thinking, where she get $80,000 from? Because
right.
I know she don't make that much. Now when you start
I'm gonna ask, what did you do for 80,000? Because you ain't doing that at home.
Hold on, y'all. So listen, William posed a really good question. He said, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so cousin, it didn't show me anything. I could see somebody was back there, but there was no face. Come back in and make sure you allow it to turn your camera on and allow it to do your microphone. Otherwise, you won't be on the screen. So try it again, baby. William's question is there an amount that will give any of you pause, say $1 million or $10 million? So let's flip it. We starting all the way over. If your significant other cheats and they received, I'm gonna say $5 million. Are you even mad, period? Are you gonna even talk about it? Are you gonna have a conversation? You still leaving? Nicole, you still buying shoes and you gone with your money?
I'm gone. But you know what? I'm gonna ask them why you come at home? Because I can't afford you. No, but like for real, like you said, peace of mind, $1 ain't because if you willing to do this and ain't no telling what you did behind closed door to get $5 million, $2 or whatever, you can't bring that back home. No dollar can you bring back home. He can be like, oh, baby, we financially secure. No, you better take that to the grave if somebody paid you for some money. I don't care if it was just time. You gave her something that you never gave me. Well, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give you $5 million due. I ain't got to pay to keep you. I'm okay with being by myself.
Did you say you on a cable bill by yourself?
I said I'm okay with being by myself. That too.
Anthony says, I ain't even mad no more for $5 million. So at $5 million, he ain't tripping. He said the counseling appointment. All right.
I'm just saying, if we in this thing together, and I got a cousin. If his wife goes to the store, he going to the store. I don't care if he sits in the car. If she going anywhere, he's going somewhere. If he go to a game or whatever he got to do, she going with him. So they're together all the time, and they don't mind that. So I'm saying, if I got to starve and we starving together, babe, what we got to do to fix this? You're not sleeping with nobody. Okay, we gonna have to beg. it's heartbreaking that we got to do this, but I'm not gonna sit here and sleep with nobody because I love you. So we got to go through this heartbreak to be together, and this is what we got to do. That's what we got to suffer for a little bit. But if you got to sacrifice your body, or I got to sacrifice my body to somebody else, that I don't deserve you. But if you like shit, go ahead and say your body. Okay, well, it is what it is now. So we know what it is. So whatever you do after that point. But I'm saying when you have real, true love, that's when you're gonna sacrifice everything for that woman or man, no matter what it is. If we got to sit here and starve and break a piece of cracker, you take half and I take half. But tomorrow, hopefully, it'll be a better day.
I would like to hope though that, but I do know that this happens. But I would like to hope though that nobody would be willing to sell their wife or husband for some money. I know you were joking when you were talking about she need a blood transfusion and we ain't got no license stuff, but that somebody would sell, like I'm gonna offer my, what was that movie called that they did that
Indecent Proposal.
Yes, thank you. Where I offer my husband up. Like I'm offering not just his body part, I'm offering up every part of him that I love. I don't want nobody else getting that nor paying for it. To me, that's it disrespectfully values him. Technically.
But also, Nick, that's like I mean, not trying to cut you off, but honestly, that's like a drug. You know what I'm saying? As the person that cheated, you know what I'm saying? I know now. Anytime I'm in need, if let's say you give me $1,000, I know next time I need $1,000, I can go right there to you, and we can do this thing.
Net, hold on, Nicole. Sorry, baby. Net, turn your phone sideways, baby, so we can see you. Okay, there you go. And you're on mute, so I'm gonna take you off mute. Oh, I can't. You gotta unmute yourself.
I got it.
Okay, got you. All right, so go ahead, Nicole. Sorry about that, baby.
But like money it could be like a drug. You know what I'm saying? So you come home with $80,000. Who's to say, even if you don't even spend all the $80,000, I know I can go back to you and you're gonna give me more money. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be a repeated thing. So am I supposed to keep forgiving you because you're coming back with more money? If that's the case, you need to buy yourself and go in business by yourself.
Go in business by yourself. Ned, I'm gonna come to you in just a second. Still gotta go because you still didn't consider my feelings. Terry says they better have it. Melinda Ned, go ahead and speak your piece, and I'm gonna come back to you, King. Go ahead, Ned.
Look, everybody is on their own level, on their own frequencies, but money don't rule us. We are our own selves, and we rule everything around us, and it's not money that rules us.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Let's all be clear. Dollars don't move us.
Mm-hmm.
It's our soul that move us. And until everybody know that, then everybody gonna be chasing after that dollar bill. You can meet me, cousin.
Okay. Because thank you for your thoughts, boo. So on what she said, though, some people can be bought. Some people can absolutely be bought. And if there is an arrangement, it's okay with some people that you go and do whatever, as long as you bringing that money home. And it's not just with pimps. I'm just gonna say that, King. Let's do the wrap up on this subject and go on to the next one.
All righty. I'm just gonna say it happened one time. My man told her he got 80 G's. However, the chip falls, it falls. So you make the decision on how, which would be the woman or the man, because people done got broke off a whole lot less. So, and with that being said, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It happened. He came home and told her they work it out. They just got $80,000, but they'll work it out. She leaves. She leaves. She stays. They talked about it. It is what it is.
He's saying they, but he means him because it's supposed to be answering this. But go ahead, Nicole. What are your thoughts? Final thoughts?
Hey, that's just my thought. Like, for real, I know me. Like, I guess because of previous things, he did everything that he could to try to make me stay, even if it was like, oh, just because gifts. And in my head, I'm saying, you know why you buying this pocketbook. You know why you bought these expensive sneakers. You know why you want to make sure my car and stuff is good, because you cheated. And guess what? When I got tired, and honestly, I'm be 100. The sexual part was a no deal for us. It was a wrap, because one thing I do, I'm a value myself. But when I'm out, I'm out. Like, I was out.
And she should be.
Dearly. It's on you, Ned. What are your thoughts, babe?
Everybody deal with their own self. It all starts with self. And don't let a dollar bring you to your greater value of who you is. Because it all starts with self. At the end of the day.
That part.
But if motherfucker gonna oh my bad. My bad, cousin.
And your auntie on here, my mama is on here.
Oh, sorry, Amy.
Go ahead.
But if they're gonna give me $80,000 without no flaws, I'm gonna take it. I ain't gonna call them no more because there's something behind that 80,000.
She said, "I'm taking it though."
I'm gonna change my number. They
Sean,
ain't gonna know where I stay at, but I'm gonna take it.
She's getting real go. Sean, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts on it: if you take $80,000 to do that, to me, what would you do to survive between me and you? That means there might be a possibility that you will leave me in the cold to come up and to give something better. But if we there together and we struggling through everything together, and like our come up is together. When we make it, we're gonna make it together. That's what I'm talking about. But when you take this $80,000 and we haven't talked about it, but even most men.
Didn't you just say you was gonna take that $80,000 raw?
No, that's not me. That was the other. That was the other.
That was the other one.
That was the other one.
They look alike.
It is right now. But my thing is, if we're gonna come up together, because if you tell me I took this because of us, no, that's not because of, because now I'm degrading you as my woman just so we can come up on something else. Okay, we might have to work a little harder to get where we need to be, but I'm not getting ready to degrade you and put you out there pretty much like prostitution or whatever for us to gain.
The key is something you just said. Somebody said, I took this because of us, but us didn't participate.
Exactly.
No, didn't.
Us didn't get in on that fun. All right, we're gonna go on to the next subject, y'all. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I don't want to hit that one first. Wait a second. Where is the other one? Here we go. King.
13 and pregnant. Is it the parents' fault or responsibility?
So
yes, great question.
We saw this one. King and I saw this one actually, and we wanted to talk about it. And if a 13-year-old gets pregnant, is it the parents' fault and is it the parents' responsibility? I just feel like I need to say this. Let's be respectful when we are having these conversations. All POVs are welcome. You just may get the side out, but they're all welcome. All right. So, what are your thoughts? A 13-year-old gets pregnant. Is it the parents' fault and is it the parents' responsibility? We want to hear from you, kings and queens, down in the audience as well. All right. Let's start with you, Sean.
That's a hard question because I know plenty of parents that try to keep their kids in order, and with society these days, as soon as they leave the house, it's a whole different world because they have the influence of their friends, school, and everything else. When you're thinking your child is going to do what you have trained them to do, and and you're not expecting them to do that, but they go out and they sneak and do these things. So I can't say it's the parents' fault, because these kids are so influenced by the outside world and these just everything that's out there, their friends, the TV, social media, all this other stuff. So I can't say I blame the parents because most parents don't want to see their daughter or their son having a child at 13.
Right.
So they doing all they can to make sure they raising them in the right way. Because my family, that's how we was. We tried I knew my grandmother, my mother, my uncles, and everybody else. We was, I mean, even today, I don't even drink in front of my mother. And my grandmother said it. She said, "Babe, I appreciate you putting it in a cup." She said, "But I know you drink. You grown." But that's just a respect factor that I have for my grandmother.
Right.
But these days, the kids are so, with social media and everything else, that they give the kids more rights than the parents have over their own child. So the parent can do a lot of things to try to prevent that. But when they go out there and they influence, I can't say I blame the parents. It's that child, whether they take that responsibility or not, to listen to their parents.
That's good there. Ned, I want to see your pretty face in the camera. Thank you very much. There you go. What's your thoughts on that?
All right, I can only speak from experience because I was 14 when I had my first child.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could speak from experience, I don't believe it was my mama fault at all. It was because I was so closed in. I was so sheltered. I wanted to see what it felt like to be out there in the world. I really didn't know the world until I got out there and I seen what it was really about. And then when I got there out there and seen what it was not about, I tried to shield myself and tried to do everything that I could for my baby. Let's be clear. I raised mine in the best way I seen fit. Yeah, I got them. They all mine. I still take care of them. I wouldn't change it. If I had to go back and do it again, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change my mama. I wouldn't change my daddy. I wouldn't even change the situation because every situation I came through, I learned from it.
Yeah.
So now it ain't the mama fault. It ain't nobody's fault. It's just the course of life that we choose to travel.
That part. Nicole, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't have any children, but I help raise like my sisters and them. My thing is, I don't see fault on the parents because my mom, one of her birth control mechanisms, it worked, was for me to raise, keep my sisters all the time. But also, I had like King and Sean and all of them. They would like threaten me. But the thing was, the temptation was out there. It was me. The temptation was out there. Everybody, like I had cousins that had kids and stuff, and I'd be like, that'll never be me or whatever. And thank God I didn't get caught out there. But like Sean said, there's so much temptation out here for these kids, and my generation is totally different from the generation that goes on now. Like, you got slang words, and I got nieces and nephews, and I'm like, what did that mean? And then when they tell me, I'm like, who would come up with that? But it's the kids. It's really kids raising kids. And you got some parents out here that party with their kids and all that stuff. So you will fault the parent too, but they didn't know any different. So really, it's just, I think it's society with the kids that the guy's kids out here testing waters.
Yeah.
Before we get to you, King, let me hit a couple of these comments. So Kayla says it's definitely not the parents' part or responsibility. You can do everything right and teach them how to do right, and they still go out and get pregnant. It's not your fault or responsibility to take care of the baby, but it is still your job to take care of your baby. Then I say yes, kicking them out and making them feel alone is not the way to do it. So I get it. And she's talking about it used to be really bad back in the day, getting kicked out. I know back in the day when my mother was growing up, our parents were growing up, like if you were unwed, you got sent away. They had schools and everything to send you away to. And then a lot of the times, family members would take the child and raise them as their own. So you grow up with your child thinking that y'all are cousins when that's really your child. So they had all kind of ways to handle those situations. The reason why this topic I wanted to talk about it was there are television series like Teen Mom that what happened, baby? Like Teen Mom that actually celebrates teenage pregnancy.
They
And
living better than you.
I mean, then they have sequels, like because those moms have more babies, so they have more sequels. And so, are we glamorizing? Are we teaching that it's okay? Are we teaching? I know some families that will teach the more you have, the more food stamps you can get, the more WIC, the more benefits you can get, the longer you can stay on housing. So are we glamorizing it? So before we get to that question, King has to answer. William says, not their fault, but it's definitely their responsibility, and you can't do much at 13. It's a whole lot you can do
You
with
want to
that.
believe? There's a lot you can do at 13.
King, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know me, I'm gonna go with the yes and the no. The yes is theirs because as a parent, you have to put everything you can and to them to let them know what's out there, what they can face. So with a 13-year-old young lady, you got to let them know. You got to, how the world is today and how to, like you said, with the temptations, you educate them on birth control. You get them put in any kind of position you could get them to understand this what can happen. This is what's out here. I want you to be prepared because if you want to take that chance, I need you to be in this position where this can make you safe and make sure that they know if you try to explore on it to make sure that they wear what's same. So that to like Will was saying, that part is your responsibility as a parent. And what I'm saying, being the mother of a 13-year-old. Because even though, like the coach said, the young ones, I mean, you got parents 18, 19 years or 20 years old, maybe 6, 7 years older than their kids, and so they still partying, they still hanging out. So they're not even teaching these kids because however their moms taught them. So, but that responsibility still as a parent is yours to make sure you educate them on every level you can. And when I say no, I was like, okay, once I've told you this and you still go out there and do this, then no, it's not much. It's on you. As a 13-year-old, I done educate. I done made you understand this is how real it can get. Now, will I put you out? No, I'm not gonna put you out because I'll go to jail putting a 13-year-old kid. So I can't do that. I'm still responsible for you. But yeah, is it your fault? Yeah. You understand I done educated you on this side, but you still wanted to go out there and do what you do. So that's why I had to go back and on both levels because if you're uneducated, it's my fault. If you're educated, it's your fault. And that's on any level. That's on anything to me with anything in life that you go through. If you don't know nothing about it, then I can't hold you accountable. If you do, I can. And that's even when, grown up to about 4 or 5 years old. I never forget, what I'm saying? My grandmother, 4 years old, she'll tell him, don't mess with that plant. Right? She tell him, don't mess with that plant. She turn that corner, she catch him going there, pow, you get them hands lit. After a while, they stop messing with that plant. So they understand, once you put that precaution in there, you know better. I done taught you. This is what happens when you disobey me. You get your behind tore up. So ain't no different in life. At 13 years old, as a kid, I educated on what can happen. This what can happen to you if you want to venture out and be grown and explore. I done told you about birth control and everything. You get out there and do that.
It's a couple of dynamics though, because a lot of parents are not talking to a 13-year-old about birth control. That's
But
Right.
it
that's
should
that's
be.
too soon.
And that's what I'm saying. No, that's not too
I,
soon. And that's the thing. It's not too
oh,
soon.
hold on. For you, it's not. But there are a lot of parents that are not talking to a 13-year-old about birth control. They're just not. That's just the reality of it. Then there are other dynamics in that, like, hold on one second. There are other dynamics in that, like, um, the type of home some people grow up in, because some people end up pregnant by their caretakers, right? They're raped, they're molested, they get pregnant by the caretakers. And then you have some people that didn't grow up getting love, or they went from, say, foster home to foster home, and they get one person that come along and tell them something nice, and they fall in love thinking that that's love. So it's like a lot of dynamics when you think about a 13-year-old. It's
Right.
different than when you're having a conversation with a 16-year-old.
Right.
A 13-year-old is totally different, and a lot of parents are not having birth control conversations. But I want to add this question that I wrote
Can I
down.
chime in right quick? Because in my house, you know, they say it takes a village, but they were not, and I don't, they can vouch, nobody talked about birth control. It was always, you better not do it. You see what I'm saying? My
That was our
mom,
culture.
my mom was like that. She was just like, you better not do it. But the way that I wound up getting on birth control, it wasn't a conversation that we sat down and had, you know, how are you feeling about guys, stuff like that. It wasn't that. It was, you're hanging with a lot of boys. I don't know what's going on, because I was a tomboy. So she couldn't tell, did I like that person or if I was just hanging with that person.
Right.
It was just, I'm taking you to the doctor and I'm going to get you covered. But her birth control method was, I'm going to make you watch your two sisters and brothers at all times. That it was never a conversation that she said, Nicole, we need to talk about this. Let's talk about sex education. It was, I didn't get that conversation. I got, oh, you going on birth control because ain't no child of mine bringing another baby in here.
Right.
And I think in
right.
the black, in the just quick, in the black community, and I think all of us have faced that same thing about the parents that want to talk about sex because they didn't even want us to learn sex education in school. The first thing they would say was, just keep your stuff in your pants. You ain't got to worry about it. What does that mean? But when we need to be more educated on the consequences of having sex and doing certain things that will make us a parent, you know, the conversation could deter somebody from going out there just wondering, like, okay, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna go out here and see. But mommy and daddy didn't tell me about this, so the conversation was uncomfortable for our parents to tell us. So that leaves us wide open.
You know, some parents, and I haven't worked with children for years. I've heard a lot of parents say this. They thought if they were introducing condoms, introducing sex, the sex talk and different contraceptives and stuff too soon, that was giving permission, right? So they did not do that. So it's a lot of different thoughts on maybe why a parent hasn't, if they have not talked to their 13-year-old about it. But here's a question I have. So would the dynamic change for y'all? And this goes for y'all in the comments too. If the 13-year-old got pregnant by somebody that was 16 and up, no, matter of fact, let me say 17 and up, or you can even flip it. If the 13-year-old was the guy and he impregnated somebody that was 17 and up, does that conversation and the dynamics of it change for you then?
Oh yeah, I can speak on it because my body developed early.
William said the same thing. Go ahead.
My body developed early. You see what I'm saying? So it was like the older men were like, the older guys were like, oh, let me see what she was, what she about. So I knew my mom, like, she was straight across the board. She was like, oh, I'm about to nip this in the bud. Like, if I catch you with him, like, I'm sending you to a girls' school type situation. And she was not playing. So yeah, the conversation is going to change, but it's not going to change with me and it's going to change with me and my child, but it's also going to be changed with me and this older person that impregnated my child. And that means the law going to get involved.
Yeah.
But I think that conversation can be prevented if the parents wasn't uncomfortable talking to their child. Just like in the beginning, don't cross the street. Look both ways before you cross. So that probably prevented a lot of kids from getting hit by cars. So if you have that conversation with your kids, look, you having sex, this is what sex is, with two people that's maturing adults that take the responsibility of this is what could happen. So are you ready to take on the responsibility of a child to take on that responsibility? And I'm not just sitting here, don't do it. What you mean don't do it? Most kids, when you tell them don't do it, well, why they say don't do it? I'm gonna try it anyway. Because they said don't do it, because now it's intriguing. I want to know what's behind that wall. I want to know what they say don't look for. Because just like when they told you when we was younger and they like, don't turn on that rated R movie, why not? I want to sneak and turn this movie on because I want to see what they don't want me to see. And so even footsteps, you turn the channel.
Hold on. So, wait, let me add this in there. We got some comments coming in. My thought on it is, so I remember, do y'all remember Cheech and Chong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When the Cheech and Chong movie would come on HBO, it was like super late at night. You snuck and watched it because you weren't supposed to. Now you can turn on absolutely any given channel, including the Cartoon Network, and there is something sexual that's going on. So because sex is so blatant nowadays, I think the conversations have to be had. It's not a my baby only 13. Your baby 13, it was watching Cartoon Network, but then it flipped to Adult Swim, and then they talking about adult stuff. So we definitely have to start having those conversations, and we gotta not have it in the fear of, if I tell you, then I'm giving you permission.
Right.
So
Because like even I had a conversation with my niece.
You have to educate. You can't just say don't do, because telling somebody don't do is not going to stop them from doing it. Break it down and explain to them why. Before you finish your comment, Nicole, let me get to these real quick. William said that there's a double standard, because if a male impregnates someone at 13, which he sees daily at work, the boy is treated like a hero or something. That is facts. Ron from YouTube is saying 13, yeah, it's the parents' fault, but those cases are getting rare nowadays. Pam says in this day and time, parents should because it's more prevalent. There are 10 and 11-year-olds having babies. And I think she agreed with the last statement. Okay, go ahead, Nicole. And then we're going to give final thoughts and go to the next one.
Because me and my niece was watching television. And as you said, 16 and pregnant. And my niece wasn't looking at the concept that this young girl has a baby. She was looking at the benefits of having a baby. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the part that it irks me, because it's just like some issues get put up on a pedestal, and like young teenage pregnancy, they don't show the struggles of your body. Like, do you not know this baby can take you out of here? You carrying the baby is so many complications. Then those kids on television is getting paid for this. You ain't gonna, what TV show come out here and watch you? And I tell my nephews this all the time. They can call me, be like, Auntie, I need gas money, or Auntie, I need this. But you go out here and make a baby, you better not ask me for nothing, because now you have made an adult decision. At the age of 16, you made an adult decision. So no, I'm going to treat you like an adult. I'm going to show you the responsibilities of, I'm not going to glorify teen pregnancy. The baby cute, but it ain't going to be, I'm going to keep you with the freshest stuff. Then that's what irks me about some of these kids. Cause it's like, they're not worried about taking care of their baby. They worried about how that baby looks out here in society.
Right. So social media babies. Let's do a second wrap up on this one, Sean.
Well, like I said, this whole thing, and I think it, as far as, I don't think it's the parent's responsibility that the child got pregnant, but I think the responsibility of the parent in educating their child on pregnancy and sexual orientation and sexual acts and everything, and that the responsibilities and what could happen. So from that aspect, I think it is a parent's responsibility to educate their child on sexual education. And I don't know why the conversation is so uncomfortable, because once it's happened, you're going to have it regardless. So to have it now to hopefully prevent you from becoming a grandmother or grandfather at the age of 35, or even younger, what is it going to hurt? It pretty much is going to better the situation, because I'm not sitting here because I don't want you to know something that you probably already know, because from social media, the songs in the streets and everything else, they probably know more than you do right now.
Yeah.
And they just sitting back looking at you like, really, Mom? Really, Dad? You trying to, I already know more than you do. And half the songs, like you're saying, and so that we listen to today, nothing is holding back. And like you said, back in the day, they couldn't play nothing explicit before 10 o'clock. You remember M2 Juicy? They couldn't play that before 10 o'clock on the radio.
You remember BET After Dark? There was some things that they didn't play on BET till after 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
Exactly.
Now BET is not music anymore, but there was just like all these things set up to kind of, I ain't gonna say block and guard, but you had some stuff set up. Everything is free fall any time of the day, anytime.
Right. Because I didn't know what tip drill was. I got 21.
I just talked to some of my family last night, and they was listening to a song with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, Truffle Butter. And they were like, "What is that?" Look it up if you don't know what it is. and half the stuff that's out here, we think the parents listen to, like, yeah, I like that. Even my wife, at 50 years old, she was listening to, I forgot, Soulja Boy. She like, oh, I like that. You. And she was, you. And her sister said, don't sing that song. Do you know what that means? She like, what? I like the beat. Do you know the meaning of the song? And a lot of times they hide stuff in songs and different things. We don't know, and we out here raising our hands and going with the flow and the beat and everything, and not even knowing what it means. And these kids already know, and that's what we're so out of touch with society, because we still listen to Al Green and all these Temptations and everything, but we won't take time to listen to our kids when they want to say, "Hey, Ma, this is what's going on. Hey, Daddy, let me tell you what they doing in school. I ain't want to hear about that mess. No, let me hear about that mess."
That part.
Right.
King, let me get a 60-second wrap up on this one.
All right. Just to hit back when I said about the education, yeah, we definitely, because when May came in my life, she was 12. At 13, she got the education with, me and Keita talking, and she actually educated on the birth control. So it was something that we seen because of the trying to do the little sneaky thing. Because I used to have to take her to different places, and so me keying up on stuff, I'm like, okay, this little boyfriend she got, yeah, we need to go ahead and get this because I know we don't caught you in a lie. You know what I'm saying about some boy coming to the house while we was out to eat and stuff. So my thing was to catch up on it because this is my first real responsibility of a kid. So I'm just gonna stay on top of things. But like I said, it's about education. Even at 13, 12, when you see what's going on out here in the world, yeah, you definitely gotta let them know because this is what they're dealing with once they step out the house, once they get around their peers, like you said, and then not monitoring television to a certain extent. I mean, we couldn't watch just anything, coming up, but yet you let your kids watch anything from all the cable premium channels and everything with all that at 14 and 15. And I mean, it's just coinciding with what they learn in school. So what you expect when you get some of the kickback that you get. So my thing is responsibility. Saying do as much as you need to do as educating and let them know what's going on, and you can only go from there. I'm telling raise a child up in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do. If they don't take it, it ain't your fault.
Blessed on YouTube said raising up a child in a home where the word of God is implemented, premarital sex is a sin, and failing to educate your child of why. Why not? Besides, it's a sin like STDs, pregnancy, etc. Thank you for chiming in, Blessed. I'm gonna add this. We're wrapping up with our very last subject for today. It's more than just having that sex talk. There are things like these vape pens and different things like that look like regular stuff. They look like zip drives to your computer. They look like remote controls. They look like pens that you write with. And I know some people feel like I don't want to invade my child's privacy by going through their stuff. You need to invade your child's privacy. My mama, I don't even think I still have privacy, and I'm 45 years old. When I go to her house, it's her house. She does what she wants. And they had these, I wish I could ask her right now. I think there was some type of mints a couple of years ago that she asked me about, and I Googled. They look like breath mints. They look like regular Altoids or Cool Mints, but they're not. So I say educate yourself on the stuff that's out there. You can get with your child's school counselor, and I'm sure they have information that might shock you, but will educate you so you know what type of conversations you need to have with your child. We're going to go on to the very last one. Not that one. We're not gonna do that one. We're gonna do this one today. All right, y'all. So you start dating someone that you are really, really feeling, and after a few months of dating, they reveal to you that they have some form of disease. What would you do? What would you do? Alrighty. Nicole.
I think I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest with you. It all depends on what kind of disease you tell me you got.
Yes, they will give you the information. Go ahead, Nicole.
I said it all depends on what kind of disease you tell me you got.
Okay.
Now, if you tell me you got cancer, I ain't going nowhere. I'm really feeling you. Now, you come up with an STD that you can't get rid of, brother. We fight on spot, and I'm done. But if you, well, no. Let me take that back, because if you really cared for me and you was practicing, because I know you're not just gonna come out and say, "Hi, my name is such and such," and by the way,
right.
You're not gonna do it for a couple months. I'm gonna be honest. If it's something that I can stay with, you know what I'm saying? Even if I can't date you, I'm still gonna be your friend. But honestly, for a couple months. Now, you wait a year to tell me, then yeah, we got a problem. But a couple months, we're dating and we're getting to know each other. Honestly, I would stay. It wouldn't change anything, especially if I like you for you.
Right.
Because I have an aunt that she gave her testimony about my uncle, and to see where they're at now. They just celebrated 35 years of marriage, and she stayed. So yeah, a couple months of dating, and I'm really feeling you. I'm gonna say.
Hold on. You said that she stayed. What was it? What was the?
He's been on dialysis. He had kidney failure. He has a lot going against him. His body is compromised a lot. But she's in the beginning, their beginning of dating stages, where people usually would check out and be like, "Oh, this is too much." Right. She stayed, and that's an example for me that, hey, we could overcome a lot. Just because your body is compromised doesn't mean that you're not a good person. Does not mean that because I never know, that just might be who God put in place and what I need. Because I'm so quick to either make a knee-jerking decision, run, just not, and he might be that part of me that I need to be focused and be who God put in my life. So I ain't gonna leave. I'm gonna stay. Honestly, I will stay.
Okay, Sean.
Well, just like Nicole said, it depends on what the disease is and knowing if you had it or not. Now, if we develop a relationship and you find out later that you had this, like I said, if somebody have cancer or diabetic or they dying from something different, and it takes a toll on them, is very aggressive. The last few months and they developing, I can't see leaving that person just there, because when we met, that's not what our relationship was based on. But even with, I'm just gonna call out, say, AIDS, that's one thing that there's a possibility that this might take me out. That was like, okay, I know this have an effect on my life also. Now that's where I would have to question pretty much loyalty, because I'm like, do I really want to risk this part of my life for this person? I care for them, but am I going to do that? I really can't say on that part. Like I said, it just depends on the feeling at that part. But anything else, I think I can deal with. The cancer, helping that person through, because that's a hard time in their life, even though AIDS or whatever is a hard time. But that's just a different part of, okay, I'm playing Russian roulette with my life also. So it's fair to say that we neither one of us knew. And it's just, and like I said, my mind would change depending on how my feelings were. Just take precautions, and I know that I'll have to look at it a lot different. Just like when we walk in the stores now and have to have a mask on and we can't do certain things, I would have to, it's a lifestyle change for me. So if I really care about this person, it would be a hard decision, but I think if I really cared and was into that person, I would stay. But other than that, it's like, it's not their fault because they didn't know. So I can't, like, I'm gonna leave you high and dry. That's
Right.
just my opinion.
William said you have to say something if your intent on dating is looking for a long time partner. And then he said, you have to be real. Say as soon as possible. Can't start a real relationship leaving that out. That's good there. So, King, what are your thoughts?
Like I said, basically, I'm gonna say things depends on the disease. Whether I'm gonna stay or go. So, I mean, regardless if it's cancer or whatever, AIDS or whatever it is, it just depends what you got, and that's gonna pretty much tell me if I'm gonna stay or not. I mean, we're a few months in, and my thing is, how severe it could be. It could take, how much it'll take a toll on you. Do I want to go through that? And then, what I'm saying, say yeah, and then 6 months down the road, and what I'm saying, it's really taking a toll, then I bail. Nah, you 3 months in, you let me know what it is. If I feel that it's something that I really know I can't deal with, I'm out. So that way, that way we can save anything that I done got invested in you, you invested in me, and then
Right.
I bail So I rather know which one it is. Once I find out, I'm gonna let them know. You know what? I ain't gonna be able to deal with this. I'm sorry. And like I said, it's only a few months in, so ain't that too much invested. So I don't feel it's gonna be a problem where we can't still be cool and move forward.
Net, what are your thoughts? We need your face in the place, ma'am. You all on YouTube with me looking at your ceiling.
Well, I
What?
have a bonnet on now.
That's all right. Go ahead.
And I really just, yeah,
Would it
for the most
change?
part.
Would it change? Would it change you to find out somebody that you were dating and really, really feeling had some form of disease? Would it change?
No, only because if I know who the person is and I know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
then they gonna make sure I am safe and
Mm-hmm.
protected, as well as I make sure they are safe and well protected. So no.
Okay. So I have a question for y'all. I'm gonna hit it out there. Give me a quick answer. We are ending the show. If it's an STD, how soon do you want to know?
Immediately.
Immediately.
Right then and now.
You gotta
Like
tell
I got
me.
my papers. I can show you my
Exactly.
papers. We can go. That's our first.
Yeah,
That's
gotta
our
Last
let it
first
go.
week,
Yeah,
date. As a matter
up
of fact,
front. Yeah, let them know right then. Once you
that's
find
our
out you
first
got it,
last
let
date.
them
week,
know.
We could go together and figure that out. That's our first
Yeah,
date.
Mhm.
yeah,
Let's
let
go
us
and see
know.
what the
Yeah,
hell going on with you,
you already know you
because
got
I know what
something.
the hell
Yeah,
going on with me.
yeah,
Excuse my French cousin and auntie, because
yeah,
at the end of the day, I'm not for to play with my life, and I'm
exactly.
sure ain't for to play with
Yeah.
nobody else's life.
So let me know.
That
Yeah, let
part.
me know. Yep.
That
I
part.
King,
know.
you if she got 80,000, King still gonna be there.
Oh, no, see, don't trip. Now you know not to trip on that. Her money can't clean up that. Her money can't clean up that. I'm just gonna be real. Her money
that's
ain't
right,
cleaning up that.
Nicole. That's
You
right,
just
Yeah,
gonna
Nicole.
That
whatever.
have
table is still
Nicole,
good.
Nicole.
Her money,
That don't matter. It just depends on how much is left.
like I
yeah.
said, her money ain't cleaning up that. Period. If she,
Well,
what I'm saying, we
hold
had that
on.
I don't
conversation.
play with my
Money
money.
ain't cleaning
Hold
up
My
on.
money
that.
ain't
Hold on. We
even
gotta start the
ever
wrap up,
equal.
y'all. I'm gonna
It ain't even a fact. My
I'm
money is
Yeah.
not a fact in the equation.
Right. Yeah. We ain't
I'm
talking
Hell,
gonna
we
money
come to
talking
then.
about here.
I'm gonna come to each
Oh,
one of
my
y'all for
bad, auntie. My bad, cousin. You know,
uh-huh. I'm gonna come to
I'm
each one
just
of
who
y'all
I
for
am.
final thoughts and we're gonna end the show. What are your final thoughts, Ned?
My final thoughts is love who you are, be who you gonna be, and importantly, respect who the hell you are.
That
Can't
part.
nobody take that away from you.
That part. Next in line, Sean. Final thoughts.
My thing is learn from this new year just starting and be happy with yourself. When people show who they are, believe that ish because there's no
The
use in going
first
through
time.
another whole year with some other crazy stuff going on. When they show you who they are, believe it.
That part. Nicole.
First, I just want to give a shout out to my grandmother again, whoop, whoop, who celebrated 83. Um, just her life and her faith from where I'm gonna make this quick. 2 years ago, Doctors counted her out. She had a massive stroke, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. She put her faith in God. And when I say this lady is doing it, she's doing it. Like yesterday, she was able to walk into her birthday surprise. When I say she's doing it. Put your faith in God, your trust, everything. This year, we seen the year just came in and people are leaving here. Trust God in all decisions. Put him first. Love yourself. Stand up for yourself, because I see so many women lately that's not standing up for themselves. Stand up for yourself. Be true to you, and just love. This year's teaching us love, family, patience. Trust me, patience is here. Love you guys. Thank you again for letting me come on. Had a ball. Love you, Reese Cup.
And Sean, did you give your wrap up already?
Yes.
King, your final thoughts.
Got 3 things: live, love, and laugh daily. That's it.
All
That's
right.
it.
Live, love, and laugh daily. I got like 2% left on my body, so I'm gonna hurry up. If you all, first of all, I would love it if you all came over to the Obstacle Overcomer podcast over on YouTube, where you can find every single episode that I have done. There are some amazing interviews on there with some very powerful people that are teaching tools and lessons on how they overcame or how you can overcome. So please check it out on YouTube, or you can go to the obstacleovercomer.com. If you're interested in having us give our POV on any topic, or you would like to join us on stage, please hit me up at nickandking@gmail.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can find all of the replays on YouTube. So we like to leave you guys with a word for the week. And this word from the week is going to come from my personal experience this week. Y'all, please take care of your bodies. Rest when you need to rest. Drink plenty of water. Try not to be around a lot of people if you can avoid it, but make sure that you are doing everything, your upkeep, your vitamin C, your elderberries, your whatever. And I'm gonna end it because I feel like I'm about to pass out. I love you guys so much. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. Catch y'all next time. Get some rest, Overcomer. I'm about to do this.
Get better, Nikki.
Thank you.
Feel better, baby.
Thank you, cousin. Love y'all. Have a
Love
good
you
night.
too.
And as always, kings and queens, keep reigning. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.